Hi, I'm Jeff Gerard with the Concrete Countertop Institute, and I'm going to show you how to caulk your forms using paste wax, 100% silicone, and some caulking tools. Now these tools come with a range of sizes from 4 millimeters all the way up to 18 millimeters. And today I'm going to be using an 8 millimeter ball, one of my favorite sizes. So the first step is to apply your paste wax all along the corners and edges where the caulk is going to be applied. So I'm just using paste wax, and I'm going to apply a fairly generous amount in a path about 3 fingers wide and about 2 to 3 fingers high. And that's going to protect the forms against any drips or squeeze out from the caulk. The wax is not for the concrete. The wax is so the caulk doesn't stick to the forms and we can remove any excess caulk after it's cured. So this process goes pretty quickly. You don't want to leave a lot. So this is what too much wax looks like. You know, if you can see a heavy amount of wax, that's too much. So spread that out. It should be generous and thorough, but not too heavy. Your sink mold should already be waxed before the release goes on, before you cast. So we're going to apply more wax to it, and that's not going to hurt anything. You don't have to do the whole mold, only the edges. It's not necessary to buff the wax, just leave it as is. Give it a few minutes to dry before you apply the silicone. So there's no need to be neat or tidy, just don't work in large sections at once. Silicone needs moisture to cure, and if it's really humid in your shop, the silicone's going to skin over before you can get a chance to smooth it out. So only work in sections about 3 to 5 feet at a time. It's pretty dry here right now, so I can do this whole thing at once. Doesn't matter where you start. Doesn't matter if you have to go back and add more. If you don't have enough, you can add more, even after you tool it. If you put too much, you're just going to make a mess. So it's not important what it looks like right now. Just get it in the corners. I'm using 100% silicone caulk in a contrasting color to my forms, so it's easy to see what I'm doing. I prefer black because the majority of the time I'm working with white melamine and molds that are not black. The excess wax that I put on the outside of the molds or the outside of the edges, is so that any drips or strings of silicone won't stick, and it'll be easy to clean up after it's caulked. So now we begin. I'm going to work around the sink first. Doesn't matter where I start. So I have a paper towel for the excess. And the key is you select the size you want. I'm going to use a larger one for around the sink. And I'm going to push firmly and pull the silicone. You can see how the excess squeezes out like snowbanks on either side of a road. It's okay to go back over it if you have to. Clean the excess up. And the white lines you see are where the silicone has been pushed so thin it's transparent. And that's why you have this hard ball, and it's pushed hard against the mold and the form. And the nice thing about a ball is it doesn't matter what angle you're at. It's always the same curvature. So I'm looking for a continuous white line where there's no silicone that is folded over or connected. That looks good. I'm going to leave it. It's done. I'm going to start in this corner. I personally like to start from the top and work down. I have a little bit too much silicone in here, but that's okay. I work from corner to corner. In these corners, I'm looking for the white lines to connect. Well, it's the next day, and the caulk is now cured, and now it's just a matter of peeling it off. Just use your finger to work up an edge, and then the cured silicone will just peel off very easily. Any residue that's left on the surface can be rubbed off with your finger, and then the wax residue removed with a paint thinner and a paper towel.